Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and we are here with another Temu haul advent calendar reveal. We've got 22 days left until Christmas. It's gonna go by in the flash of an eye. Flash of an eye, the blink of an eye. All right, well, let's do all of the Temu haul stuff first, and then we'll do the advent calendars. Does that work for you? So today has been a day. So I'm filming this on Monday after work. It's going to air Tuesday at noon. And I got a Temu bag in the mail today, and it had 3 big holes in it. Now, I've gotten Temu bags before that have had holes in it. Miraculously, there's never been anything missing, but there were 3 big holes in this one, kind of like it had been opened by customs, and then they kind of taped a little part together, and then it looked like it had been run over by a truck or something. I mean, it was in bad shape. So I, of course, opened it up, and I took the USPS tracking number off of it, typed that into the Temu search. You know, in your orders, you can search by the tracking number. There were 12 parts of 12 orders in this order. You want to know how many things were missing? 12 items were missing. So here, let me show a few things. These did come in the order today. Let me show a few of those, and then let me go on my rant. So this first thing that I got, I believe I told you guys I was going to order this entire series. This is, I told you at the time what this was a dupe of. De Janeiro, or Janeiro de Sol, maybe? I don't know. But the real brand has numbers like 63, 27, that kind of thing. And so this knockoff is using Roman numerals. But this one is a warm floral, black amber, and vanilla woods fine perfume mist. And it's by the brand Lan Press. They used to have different packaging, and so this is new packaging. So you might still see pictures on Temu with the old style packaging, but I think they're switching them all over to the new packaging. And where did I put my scissors? There they are. So I made a little cheat sheet. Not that I should need a cheat sheet. They only have like 12 different ones on Temu. Like, you can get 1 through 11 and then 14 maybe. It's all I've found so far. So I've ordered all of them but number 4, because a lot of them I was getting for free. And where's a trash bag? And so I guess number 4 I couldn't get yet. Okay, well, I don't want that as a trash bag. Well, let's just use this one. So let's see. The top note is black amber plum. The mid note is jasmine blooms, Brazilian orchid. And the dry note is vanilla woods, warm musk. Oh, and there's creme de cassis as part of the top note. Jason was asking me, what does that even mean? Because we were looking at something else that had the different notes, and I'm like, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to pretend like I know. Okay, so it's just a pop-off lid and then just a spray. So let's see. Okay, that has a nice scent, but I tend to like vanilla I can smell the wood, which I guess is the black amber. Oh, that says black amber plum. Well, okay, vanilla woods is the dry note. And it does smell woody. Jasmine's such a light scent that it's kind of hard to tell if I can smell that or not. But yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's a body spray, not a, well, it's a fine perfume mist. So it's not going to last as long as a full-fledged perfume. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get this whole set and just have this available for the entire family to use, because I think that would work out nicely. So there's that, and let me pull up my sheet with the prices. I got that one for free. I told you I was getting some of these for free. It's 3.04 ounces, Body and Hair Fragrance Mist. For daily life, ideal Valentine's Day gift. Warm floral notes Father's Day gift. And it retails for $6.05. Now there's lots of different sellers, so if you decide you're interested in trying any of these, just shop around for the best price. But I do have links to all these products below. I did tell you I would get links to that video that I aired on Saturday, I think, and let's be real, that's not happening because I am so behind in everything that that I'm just not going to go back to that. So if there's anything on that that you were waiting to see a link for, just comment on this video to get that. All right, next, I finally got these little tabs that I was telling you guys about. You use these to put them on the outside or the cap of your nail polish so that you can see what color it is. Since gel polish is usually in a black container, so you can't really see except if hopefully the color on the picture on the outside is close to it. But anyway, you get 120 of these little discs, and you can see I've used 3. I'm going to show you the results, but I definitely recommend doing the painting while they are still on here, just because I don't think you want to ever mess with trying to put the lid of a gel polish under a UV light. I just always want to keep my gel polish as far away from the UV light, even if the lid is fully screwed on. So I don't know, that's just my extra precaution, I guess. But it also came with the glue dots, glue stickers, whatever. So after or how I did it is I polished them. I did the base coat, put them under the light. I did 2 color coats, put it under the light, and then I did the clear top coat. So after all that was done, then I put these stickers on the back, and then I adhered them to the polish bottles themselves. So, and it seemed to work pretty well, but I'll show you the first one I did, which was the learning curve, and then I'll show you the other ones. But those transparent nail art display, I paid $1.75, and it says they're perfect for nail polish training, practicing color display. So yeah, I could see. Now they do make those also in nail shapes on like key rings, to where you could, if you're a nail technician, you could hold it up and put it on the person's nails so they could tell how it goes with their skin tone and stuff. So I did order that too, but these are more for the actual bottles for display. But it retails today for $1.97. And my next item is some gel polish, and so I used those things on these polishes. It worked pretty good. I don't really have any complaints about it. So I got a 6-piece set of LILYCUTE gel polishes. I don't know how many gel polishes I need, but it's fun to buy them. And they're not terribly expensive. Okay, so the first one that I did, oh yeah, is this one. So see, you just put it on the cap, but you can see I wasn't really paying attention like to the edges of it when I was painting it, so it's not that great. But in this case, this color matches this pretty well, but that may not always be the case. And the other consideration is that you're putting it on a nail that's not clear in some cases if you're putting it on your natural nail, but gel polish is pretty much opaque unless you get those polishes that are glassy ones. So I think it's a pretty good representation of the color. So these are the other colors that came in the set, and I did a little bit better of a job painting these. Now they do have the edge where I had to break it off of the thing, but my only regret, so to speak, was that when I was doing this, I was using my top coat was the kind of generic Temu top coat, and I'm so used to using now Nail Reserve LA's no wipe top coat, and so these were a little sticky, so I did have to I just took a wet wipe and wiped them down. So that was another thing on this first one. It's not quite as shiny as the others because I was kind of touching it and it, I don't know. I didn't want to waste my good quality top coat on this, but I think that'll be nice to have. Now, I told you guys I was getting a kind of a container to put these in. Well, the container came. I don't have it in this video, but it's only to about here height-wise, so it's not going to work for these. So I'm hoping that it can handle my dip powders, those little pots. I'm hoping that maybe I can stack 2 pots on top of each other, and I'll just use it for those, and then maybe, because it came with 2, and then maybe I'll use one for like all the nail files and brushes and everything. So that was disappointing because the picture shows these kind of bottles sitting in it. And yeah, but anyway, so I got this set of polishes, and yeah, I'm excited about that. So sometime when I'm just watching TV, I'm gonna take my little portable Nail Reserve UV light, get my little TV tray out, and just sit there and polish these little discs. And I paid for the nail polish, I paid $6.90, but I got 4 price adjustments. And they retail today. Okay, well, there's a bunch of different sets in this listing. I got set number 5, which retails today for $4.89. But it looks like 10 different color combination sets. But I really like LILYCUTE, but that being said, I was not successful at being a brand snob, and I've just been ordering other. If I like the color, I decided I didn't care who made it. Now, I also sort of lied. I forgot. I really should be making some tea while we're doing this part. So let's go ahead and do the Tea Forte Advent Calendar. Find number 3 down here. So this one had the strawberry apple, was the one for yesterday. And it wasn't very good down here because my water was cold. So I did take it upstairs. I did get it in some boiling water for a good period of time, and didn't matter. It was still pretty flavorless. So that was a disappointment. And of course, I I've been saving the puka tea packages so that I can have a naughty and nice list kind of thing. But I accidentally threw away the Tea Forte ones, so I'm going to just have to write those down. But the one for today is a citrus mint. I love mint tea, and you can't really go wrong with citrus. That sounds like it would be a good tea for when you're sick. And so let's get it. I did find my Temu mug that's clear so we can see it cooking. It's like I don't want to pour too much because I do need to do the other tea later, but all right, so we've got our little tea, so we'll just let this sit while we do some more. And of course, I didn't bring down a little plate to put the tea bag on after it's done steeping. So we'll deal with that when we get to it. All right. Next, this is a Christmas Eve bingo prize for the kids. If you're new, welcome. But I talk about this frequently, so apologies to those of you that have been around a long time. On Christmas Eve, we play bingo for the kids, and they can win prizes. And this year, the prizes are all wrapped, so they don't know what they're picking. And it's first come, first serve, usually. But this year, I'm going to have kind of stations. So I've been getting like 4 of things, but they're all still different, so nobody's getting the same thing. But one of the stations is going to be calendars for 2025. So this is the first calendar that one of them might win. So I decided I would pick out, but Temu has nice calendars, okay, but I decided I was going to pick out funny ones. So this is the first one that has come in. And it's just got some great kind of, and it looks like it's front and back. So there's really not very many pages in here. But yeah, somebody will be the, oh dear, will be the lucky winner of this beauty. I'm sure these guys thought they were awesome at the time, right? So yeah, so there's that. And let me get it back in the bag. So yeah, so I've ordered, well, actually one of the calendars I ordered was canceled. So I reordered it over the weekend. So it's not here yet, but why do a nice pretty calendar for your kids when you can do something funny? The best part will be seeing their faces when they open it and try to then trade it with one of their siblings because they think one of the other ones is not quite as bad as that one. But I paid $302 for that beauty. 2025 World's Greatest Salmon Head Calendar. Well, I don't know what that has to do with it, but it's iconic mullets. And it is currently $526, but lots of sellers have it. So yeah, it'll be great seeing which one gets that. Okay, now these next 2 things are also Christmas Eve bingo. So my husband actually found this coloring book on TikTok, I think. He was like, I really want to get one of those. And I was like, well, shoot, let me see if Temu has it. And sure enough, Temu had it. And so I ended up buying 6 because I wanted one and my husband wanted one, and then we got one for each of the kids. And so let me preface this. So this is a coloring book, but it's more for, it's not your typical coloring book. It's more of a paint by numbers kind of idea. But the beauty of it is that usually with paint by numbers, you can still see the picture in the image. I mean, and it'll just have the different numbers or whatever that correspond to the colored pencils or crayons or whatever you're supposed to use. But you can still see what it is. Well, this one you can't, which I thought was fabulous. So you get 100 pictures in here, and you've got the color coding on the back. So you're going to need 22 colored pencils, and I don't know if a standard 24 pack of colored pencils would have this kind of variety or not. So my next item is going to take care of that. But what's great is, look, it just has that. So you have no idea what you're going to be coloring. And it tells you which ones of the colors you will need for that image. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, I just think that's great, because even with diamond painting, you know what it's going to be. So, yeah, so I'm super excited about that myself too. And, you know, here it's got some examples of what you might see. So it's really, you know, cute pixelated art, and you get 100 of them, and they're different shapes. Like you get, this one's triangles, that one's triangles, but then you've got what, hexagons maybe, or maybe those are circles. Oh, those are circles. So yeah, so we got one of these for everybody. And I already gave Jason his so that he doesn't have to wait till Christmas or Christmas Eve. But we may be having my daughter's boyfriend over for Christmas Eve bingo, and if that's the case, I'm short some gifts. So I probably won't use mine yet, just in case I need to have one for him. All right, that coloring book, I paid $7.54 for each of those, which is kind of pricey for a coloring book, but again, I think it's a fantastic idea. Adult Coloring Quest, 100 challenging puzzles with numbers. And there's some are squares, triangles, hexagons, and circles. Premium textured paper. Well, I don't think it was premium paper. So that being said, you might have bleed through, but if you noticed, every other page was black. So that should kind of, you know, not be an issue, but you might, you know, put some, like an extra piece of paper until you find, if you're going to be a marker person, you might put a piece of paper between that just to make sure it doesn't bleed through to the other pages. All right, and then the last thing I've got today are the colored pencils. So Temu has loads of colored pencils, obviously Walmart and stuff. And I thought about getting I really like the twistable colored pencils, but some of my kids are not quite responsible enough to kind of keep those in shape. And so I thought, why spend the money? Because those are more expensive. Why spend the money on that when I can just spend the money on Temu and have something to show you guys, and get more colored pencils for the price kind of idea. So I got this 72 color set, and I haven't posed with anything yet. So, all right. So, and they're soft core, which I'm hoping means that they're easy to color. And 72, so each person should be able to decide which of these pencils is going to line up with the colors recommended for the coloring book. And it comes in a pretty nice case to keep them in. So looks like this. And they're trays. And then I just want to get out, I think they all are numbered. All right, so yeah, they all have numbers on them. Now, some colored pencils that number their pencils are using the Pantone colors. I don't know if these are the Pantone colors or not. Pantone, Pantone, Pantone. So I don't know if these are just their internal brand colors or if they align with that. It would be kind of nice if they, just like there's DMC colors for crafts, it would be nice if they used, actually it'd be nice if they used the DMC color for colored pencils too, wouldn't it? But I don't know if it says. Yeah, it doesn't say what the numbers are, but you could certainly look and see if they compared to DMC if you have that kind of information. But it says they're soft core lead, 72 unique vibrant colors, no duplicates, high quality colored pencils for coloring, sketching, drawing, writing, and doodling, pre-sharpened soft sumph instead of smooth, break resistant core, unsurpassably light, fast, and acid-free quality pigment, vast color range, with number and color name for easily recognize. They needed some help with the way that's worded. Excellent color laydown for 100% coverage, smooth color laydown for superior blending and shading, environmentally friendly and non-toxic. These were made, they were designed in the US, but they were made in China, and they're distributed by Germany and London. Interesting. So yeah, so I thought these were a pretty good pack of colored pencils. I paid $6.79 for that set, and they retail now. Oh, these were sold out at the time, so I've got linked to another 72 color soft core set that's actually selling right now for $13.66. So just I would price shop that one. Although $13 is not a bad price for colored pencils either. All right. Oh, okay. Hang on just a sec. Sorry, one of my advent calendars fell back to where I was not going to be able to get to it. All right, so we're still steeping. Because this was a mint tea, it's another herbal, so we can just let it kind of go a little bit, but it is kind of a nice color, and it's a pretty clear color. Sometimes you can get, here's how we're going to deal with this. We have our mortar and pestle. Don't ask me why this is still down here, but we are going to use this to put our tea bag in. And so Temu, I told you I got a bag today with all those holes. Temu is not equipped to handle their customer support bots are not equipped to handle a problem where there are multiple orders in one package, because all they want to do is find out which order you have a problem with and which items in that order. But if you have multiple orders in the bag, it is a nightmare. So I reached out to customer service and I said human, and it wrote back and said all of our humans are busy with long wait lines. Let's, try the bot, pretty much is what it said. So I'm like, okay. So then I just put missing items, and then it asks you for your order number, but you can also put the tracking number in. So I put the tracking number in, and then it brings up one order in it. And I don't remember how many of the 12 were missing something, but it was something like 7 of the different orders were missing at least one item. And so I went back and forth with this stupid bot for like an hour before it was all said and done. And so like the first the first couple of items return, I was able to return, or not return, but report missing, get a refund without really a problem. But then on the third one, they're starting to see like a pattern. And of course, to get to the second one, I have to say missing items. And it's like, we already told you we're we're refunding this. I'm like, different order. And so I put the tracking number in again, and then found the second order, and then returned those items. So the third time I get to this, it's an item that it was the only item in the order. So, but you have to say it was delivered, the package was delivered, but that order was not in it. And so on that one, they're like, we'll have to do some research and we'll get back to you, kind of thing. And I was like, whatever. So I'm writing down what it's saying about each of these items, so I know whether I'm getting Temu credit or refunding my original payment source or whatever. Well, then I get to one where it's got 4 items that are missing. Well, then that sends up another alert, and it's like, we're going to connect you with a customer service rep. And I'm like, thank you. I would have liked that in the first place. And so Kwame, or whatever his name was, gets on, and he's like, let me read through all this stuff. Well, then I don't know if they ever actually read through all that stuff, because then they go and kind of make you regurgitate everything. So, but I really only had the 4 items that triggered Kwame to get on the message, and then 2 items after that. And so I'm going through with him, and he's like, well, that order was the order that these 4 items were in. He's like, that order got shipped out in 3 different packages. I'm like, I know, but the package that these 4 items were in has been delivered. And he's like, well, we got to wait till the other ones arrive. And I said, but they have different tracking numbers. So then I'm thinking, did you guys just screw up and put the wrong tracking number on some of this? But I got some of the items in that particular order / package. And so it's like, he couldn't understand. And so finally I said, he's like, well, there's 3 different, or I don't know if he finally looked and said, well, there were 12 different orders in that package. Like, no, duh. I'm like, I don't know why you guys do this, because it's their computer obviously knows everything, but their employees and bots don't know how to deal with this. And so, he was finally like, well, all, parts of all those got shipped in one bag. I'm like, I know. So I'm like, I know. And some of them are not here. And I said, Temu shows that it was delivered and they are not here. You see, I'm getting like worked up because, it's like frustrating. So finally, it seemed like he understood, and he's like, okay, well, we're going to have to, he's like, do you by any chance have a picture or a video? Well, actually, first he said, did the package come damaged? And I said, yes, it came. There were 3 big holes in it. I have a picture. By any chance, do you have a photo or video of this? Yes, I have a picture. By any chance, and I'm like, okay, well then I saw that I could upload the picture. So I uploaded the picture. Thank you, dear customer, for uploading this picture. So then he was like, okay, I'm escalating this to my supervisor. We're creating a ticket and we'll get back to you. I'm like, okay, but I still have 2 more items that I need. I said, are you going to add the other 2 items that I need to tell you about to this ticket? And then, like nothing. So I think Kwame left and somebody else came on, and they're like, sure. Can you tell me which order it was from? I'm like, so I go and look up the order and give them that. And then they send me the prompt and I pick out the 2 items that were missing from that one. And they're like, okay, we will get this added to your ticket. And I'm like, thank you. And so then we were done. But it was like such a pain in the butt. So most people don't care if if they get multiple orders in a bag, but it's a pain in the butt for those of us that haul things. But it's a real pain in the butt if stuff goes missing. And all of the stuff that went missing were, smaller things that would have fit through. There were several of these that were missing, and a couple different eye masks and stuff. So it was all things that would fit through the holes. But yeah, that was a pain in the butt. So we'll have to see what comes of those 6 items that are on the ticket, and then the 1 item that was by itself that they said they would research. So I'm going to have to stay on them to make sure that that comes through. But all right, we're done with that. Let's toast to some citrus mint tea. Oh yeah, that is really good. In my opinion, it's very hard to go wrong with a mint tea. All right, now because of that episode, I deserve some chocolate. So we're gonna do our Lint Advent Calendar. Let's see, find number 3. It's like I like it when they don't put them in order, but then sometimes it's hard to find it. All right, we get another round ball. We saw from the other one that we had that had a milk chocolate on the inside, that they are like just miniature of the bonbon style. So I can't remember what red means in lint. If that is, I don't think it's milk chocolate. I feel like milk chocolate is blue. So this one might be caramel, which if it is, would be my favorite in their line. Okay, so I'm gonna bite it. Okay, well, it may just be I think it's just milk chocolate. But it's excellent. And for some reason, I don't break out all over the place with these. That's how good a quality it is. All right. Next, we've got our jewelry one. This one's from Temu. The links to all of these are down below in the description as well. I like these bracelet ones though, because you get lots of good charms. So, charms, beads, whatever. So it's a nice green one. So let me get the bracelet out. Now, because I got some of these last year, some of these beads I'm sure I will have already from last year. But so far we got our bracelet and our Christmas tree. So we're just going to twist off this top, put this on, and then we're good to go for another day. And we'll know when we're done with this bracelet when they give us a new bracelet. But I do have some of those plastic containers because I went through a phase where I was buying charms all over the place and these bracelets all over the place. I mean, I bought a lot of these Advent Calendar bracelet ones last year because I couldn't really afford to buy the cool ones. And I liked being able to mix and match. So there we go for that. And then while we are in our bucket list, we'll do that next. Our Christmas bucket list, which gives us ideas of things we could do during the day. And my hope is that by publishing this at noon, that there might be some of these things that you can take advantage of. Aw. Send Christmas cards. So yeah, this is obviously a great time of year to do that. So if you've got any Christmas cards you want to send, you could do that. If you send me one, I will send you one back. And this is a good little set. And while we're at it, we will do our movie one and see what the movie for the day is and the trivia for that item. All right, so we've got 21 days to go. Oh, yay, my favorite, Love Actually. All right, the trivia. Keira Knightley is only 5 years older than Thomas Brody Sangster, who played Sam in the movie. So the kid that lost his mom and was in love with Joanna in his play, school play. So wow, only 5 years difference. So that's interesting. Yeah, that is. So what's my favorite part? Well, see, I love just about all of the different stories in that movie. And it was kind of one of the first movies to do this style where you have lots of different little storylines that all kind of interact, you know, weave it in and out of each other. I mean, probably the one story that I'd say I didn't care for would be the one with Emma Thompson and what's his face? And what's his face? I may think of it at some point. I can obviously see his face. And Die Hard was his first movie, if you can believe that. Unfortunately, is it Professor Snape? Darn it. Anyway, that little storyline was probably my least favorite. Well, and I didn't really care for Laura Linney's storyline either, because both of those were this kind of the sad ones in the story. But yeah, every time Bill Nighy would come on screen and be playing that song and dancing and stuff, I loved that. But I loved all of it because it's Love Actually. And if we didn't already have other things we were going to do tonight, I would say we'd watch that movie tonight, like it said, but we'll watch it at some point. But we do have to, okay, so we will usually, if we're going to watch it with the kids, we will watch it on Angel. And if you've not heard of that, it's a, I don't know if you'd call it an app, or I guess it is an app. So like I have a Roku and you can download the Angel app, and they have taken a lot of movies and TV shows and kind of cleaned them up, because Love Actually has those scenes where the two characters are naked body actors, and so we don't want to watch those parts with our kids, and so we could watch it on Angel and those parts would be cut out, which is unfortunate because it's a cute, innocent little story aside from their everyday job. But yeah, it's not something I want to watch with the kids. So check that out if you're a fan, you know, if you've got grandkids, or, you know, if there's things that you really like, but yet you're conscious about what you're exposing them to, that might be a good option for you. Okay, I pulled the tea one next, but we need to drink more tea before I can steep more tea. But I really, really like this one. This one, I would buy this one, this citrus mint. I've still got a bunch of Happy Place mint from Amazon that just randomly showed up at my house one day, like 6 boxes of tea. It was back when, I don't know if Amazon sellers still do this, but they just kind of randomly would send things to people. Like I got a box of disposable cups one time that I didn't, you know, order, but it's kind of like they sent somebody stuff and then they write a review, you know, because they can claim it as a verified purchase. I don't know how they get away with that, but okay, so let's hold that one for a minute. All right, so we've got our Pop Feel Temu Beauty Advent Calendar, and I saw poor Erin's first day face powder was also broken. So hopefully Pop Feel, if they do this again next year, will maybe add a little bit more padding or something. But I'm going to pull out number 3. And I mean, to be honest, this advent calendar was, I think, less than $15. So I'm pretty happy with whatever I get in it. And I've got 3 girls that live with me. So anything that I don't like, I'm sticking it. We've got a bag now that I can put stuff in that they can raid as needed. this looks like it might be a lipstick. Lips. So, yeah, tonight we got a spiral sliced ham. I know some of you don't like ham. My daughter's boyfriend also does not like ham, which is so, I don't know, I love ham. There's well, I won't say that. There's a lot of meat I have not ever tried, so I can't really say. But it's a spiral sliced ham with brown sugar mix that you pour over the spiral slices. So I'm fixing that tonight after I get done with this. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be a balm or a lipstick. It's LB01. Ugh. Okay, well, that is not a color for me. Shall we swatch it? It's just too neutral for me. I mean, it's kind of pretty, but it's not gonna go well with, it's like it matches the redness in my face, so it'll be prettier on a younger face, I think. So this one will go in the share box. But it did feel nice and smooth when I was putting it on my hand, so there is that. All right, can we finish this tea and get the other one started? All right, tea number 3. Okay. Wait, didn't we have this already? It's got ginger in it, which is why I'm feeling like we... Okay, well, we did a chamomile vanilla manuka honey. This one is lemon, ginger, and manuka honey. So it must have been... Was it this one? Oh, well, it was... Okay, it was a puka tea that had the ginger that I thought was way too spicy and wouldn't drink the rest of. But this one's lemon, ginger, and manuka honey. And this brand is nice. It tells you how long to steep it for, what temperature your water needs to be at. This is a welcoming cup of spicy sweet bliss. And yeah, so this one would also be an herbal tea. We've had mostly herbals so far in these. So you can use boiling water and you can steep for 5 to 15 minutes. Actually, with herbals, you can steep as long as you want. And herbals do make a good one to keep re-steeping. That ginger smells, it's very strong. So one thing you get with these puka teas, you get good quality herbs and whatnot. I just have a hard time with those warm spices. All right. Well, I'm going to put my spoon back in here to hold it down, and we will let that steep for a little while. But there's also, I don't know if I pointed this out before, but there's also QR codes to scan. Were there ones like that on the other days? Yeah. So, okay, so today says get crafting for a moment of inspiration and mindfulness. So maybe the scan, the QR code would, I don't know if it just takes you back to their website or if it's giving you ideas. The first day was fill your cup with seasonal warmth and spend time with a loved one. The second day was self-care as a present you can give yourself throughout the year. So yeah, I don't know if it takes you back to their website or if it gives you some kind of creative idea to either use the tea or to do while you're drinking the tea. But yeah, sorry that I kind of spoiled some of those if you were somebody who pays a lot of attention to these. That was the movie advent calendar. All right. Let's keep moving. Oh man, we're already at 50 minutes. Next is our puzzle games. These are those metal little puzzles that are great kind of coffee table games. The box does come with the instructions on how to solve this puzzle, but they all come in a baggie, which is nice. So I keep saying, I don't want to say the same thing every day for 24 days, but the goal is to get these separated. And there's no obvious way to do it because it's, you know, smaller, but there is a way to do it. So it's a logic puzzle and a time waster. It's great for people that, you know, like to concentrate. You can just throw all these in a bowl during your holiday celebrations and see who picks them up to play. Next, we've got our slime calendar, which is not just for kids. It's great too for people with anxiety, people that fidget, people that, the kind of people that watch those zit popping videos, because you can take this, some of these have mix-ins. Well, they gave us a mix-in on the last one, but some of them have textures that you can kind of pick at. And so and they're not really slimy. It's just, you know, kind of how they are described. So this one, I'm hoping we get a butter slime in here at some point. But so far, the ones that have been slime have come in these little containers, which is nice. And they don't really have an odor to them. Like, they're not scented any special way, I think. I guess let me smell and make sure. If I can ever get it open. It's like I can't tell if I'm... Okay, I was trying to open the hinge. Okay, yeah. They just smell like slime. Okay, so this one... this one's like a butter slime kind of. Yeah, so that's nice. This is the kind of slime I like. Because then it becomes kind of like Play-Doh. All right. So it doesn't smell as nice as Play-Doh. But yeah, they do make scented slime, but this is not one of them. But yeah, this is my favorite kind of slime because it's not slimy, and it's great for just kind of, and it does age. So when it starts breaking apart really easily, then I think I've read you can add hand lotion and mix that in, and it kind of brings back the elasticity. It also helps to, when you're not playing with it, to push it in as far as you can to kind of have the least amount of air contact with it. But yeah, and this one you could, you know, the mix-ins that we got in the last one, you could, okay, well that was hard. I don't really want to put that in there. You could mix in the mix-ins with this and then either leave them like that to have the textural variants or dig them back out. Your choice. All right, see, now that I've sneezed, my nose is going to run. That's okay. We've only got 3 left besides tasting our tea, which I think the water cooled down again. It's not working I guess I need to start bringing down 2 cups so they can steep at the same time. Okay. This next one is our cat toy one. The cats have not been impressed yet with either of the toys we've gotten so far. Which means I think like the one from yesterday was kind of a burlap kind of rope covered ball. So it does, I don't think they put catnip on it. This box is also really hard to open. As you can see, it's kind of ripping it away. But this is another Temu one. All right. So here we've got another thing that's going to roll around on the floor with a bell in it. My cats don't really, I don't know. They have to be in the right mood. And you know how cats are. They're moody. So I don't know. This will end up just being in their toy box, I guess. But they could carry it around if they wanted to. I mean, there's room for their teeth and stuff. But, yeah, that one's kind of, I don't know. This was a cheap box, too. But, all right. So then we have our other beauty box. This one I've liked this one so far. It's by the brand W7. And this is an Amazon one. They do have nice boxes inside that I'm saving to put Christmas Eve bingo prizes in. Today, oh, this must be like lipstick day. So let's see if their offering is any better than the last one. Oh, my nose. I don't want to be rude again and turn around and wipe my nose, but I may have to. All right, so it's wrapped up. All their stuff has been wrapped up, so it's been packaged more nicely. And I think I only paid 30 something for this box, if that. Cheeky Dip liquid blusher. All right, so not lipstick. And it's that color. Let's do a swatch for this too. Oh, so it's like really pink. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that might look okay. I'll have to try it sometime after I've washed my face and I'm doing my makeup. It's not very tacky, which is nice. And it's really pretty pretty light. It actually goes pretty well with this lipstick. But yeah, that probably would add, I don't want to, it's not going to do any good now because I don't have any like foundation or anything on, but yeah, that's a nice, pretty subtle color. So I think I'll keep this one to test before I give it away. Actually, I don't want to put it back in that. All right, how is our tea doing? It's not very... Although I am getting... See, look how cloudy that is. Oh, it makes me nervous. Makes me nervous that it's a lot of ginger. I'm gonna get some monk fruit. Okay, that one's going in the no pile. I just don't like ginger. I know it's good for you, but that is so spicy. So spicy. Ugh. All right, one more thing, my favorite one. This is our Bon Maman calendar. So we've got 24 different fruit spreads in here. And so far, the two we've had so far have been excellent. And I like that I'm going to have a bunch of little jars left over because I bought those. I told you guys that when I do like a face mask, I squeeze the rest of the serum out of the sheet mask pouch. And so I bought those little, I got a 50 pack of those little pots. But when I did it the other day, there was more serum left in the pouch than would fit in that little container. So these would be a better size. Not that I need 24 of them, but all right. This one is a mix. Oh, these have little sayings on them. So this one says, the most wonderful time. The first day, what did it say? The first day said, decorate the tree. The second day said, make spirits bright. And then today we've got the most wonderful time. All right, so today we have a mix of apple, quince, and honey. So we will give that a try. Now you can see here, I think with shipping, it's kind of, in this case, it looks like it was probably like this for most of the time. But I just brought a little spoon. I was going to try to do toast down here every time, but that seems like a lot of work. And this way I'm really tasting the spread on its own. But and the lids have been different colors too. I don't know if that's like matches certain fruit, get certain colored lids. I will say they are sealed well. If you were listening with earphones, I apologize for that. Okay. Smells good. So this one, texture-wise, is more like a jelly. Like the one that we had yesterday was very smooth, more like a jam. Or, yeah, a jam without fruit pieces. This one doesn't look like it's got fruit pieces, but it is more jelly-like. It does have fruit pieces. Apple. So maybe it's quince and honey with apple pieces. So that's good. I've had quince twice now, and I'd not heard of it before. Or if I had, I don't know that I'd ever tried it. That's what I love about these. These are not flavors that you would normally find on the store. In the store. And these are made in France. Obviously, Bon Maman. Well, not obviously. They could have just been distributed by France, but no, they are actually made in France. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're starting to get into the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit, and I'm feeling better. You guys have helped me feel a little bit better from my Temu fiasco from earlier. And we'll see. I already got some of the money back, but we'll see how hard it is to get the rest of the money back. And yeah, so now I'm going to have to wait till I get all my orders so that I don't want to, like, what if there's another bag out there with these 12 items in it that they just didn't have the right tracking number on? Is that possible? Well, maybe. So I don't want to reorder the things that didn't come just in case by some miracle they still show up. So I'll probably wait a little while. And how much perfume do you need? Well, you need each one. So, all right. Well, thank you. Oh, I forgot too. I need some input from you guys. So I am working on it's not really happy planner. We'll call it purposeful planner. I'm working on some digitals to put in my Etsy shop for planning. So like calendars and day planning kind of thing. So I'm looking for some input of what kinds of, like if you're someone who uses a planner, what kinds of pages do you like to use in your planner? I've already started working on it. And right now, the one that I'm building, I'm going to, I think, have a segment on this channel where I do like plan out my week and stuff. And, like maybe we can all plan our weeks together kind of thing. But if you've got ideas of sections you like to have in your planner, let me know. I'm curious because I want to create a decent product that's at least competitive with all the other ones that are out there. And I've already got some ideas and I've already started creating some of those, but just kind of curious of what you guys kind of look for if you're planners. So if you've got ideas for that, put them in the comments below. That would be super helpful. And I think I'm going to start, I should never say what I think I'm going to do until I actually do it, but I think I'm going to start doing a giveaway on here for my digitals just because I want to still show you guys that I care about you, and that would be an easy thing. That's like the easiest thing I could do is, because then I just email you a file kind of deal. But so that may be coming but I'm making this planner set to work together with the scrapbook paper that I've already listed on my shop. So it'll all kind of go together, and I don't know, you know me, matchy. So, all right, well, thank you. If you enjoyed this content, please give me a like or a dislike if you didn't like it, and leave your comments below, and consider subscribing if you're new here. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more advent calendars and some more Temu stuff. And wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.